We all know the last major signs of the end of the world is that, according to Islam, the sun will rise from the west. My brothers and sisters, which brings me to a question before I define tawbah and the conditions of it. Are we allowed to remind and shame people for their sinful past? Especially when we hear stories about people in marriage, the husband and wife, when they have a conflict, a lot of them, through my experience, among the things they do is shame the other person with what hurts them the most. And what hurts them the most is to shame them with their past sins and mistakes. And this is definitely from the shaitan. And the Prophet ﷺ did say, beware of al-haliqa, beware of the thing that shaves. They said, وَمَا الْحَالِقَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ? What is the thing that shaves? Says, the one that shaves your good deeds. It shaves all your righteous actions that you've done. It is when you cause mischief, disunity and denigration to the Muslims, to the community. Which means that you want to turn them away from the guidance by denigrating them, by shaming them, by causing fights between them and conflict in order for the shaitan to take hold of them. And when the companion of the Prophet ﷺ entered Nu'ayman radiallahu anhu, and he used to drink alcohol and he wanted to be whipped for his sin to be forgiven, and the companion said without thinking that he is shameful, how ridiculous of him to always come back, the Prophet ﷺ told him, لا تعين الشيطان على أخيك, don't assist the shaitan against your brother. And the Prophet ﷺ said, the hadith is also in Al-Bukhari, Al-Muslimu akhul Muslim, the Muslim is the brother and sister of another Muslim. لا يظلمه ولا يخذله, he or she does not oppress them, nor do they belittle them. ولا يحقره, and does not shame them and denigrate them, and make them feel small and bad and worthless. Then he said, التقوى ها هنا, piety is in here, in the heart. Meaning the reason why people would do that is because your piety in your heart is diseased. And he pointed to his sadr, to his chest. بحسب امرئ من الشر أن يحقر أخاه المسلم. It is enough to be said that a Muslim become an evil person by denigrating and putting down his brother or sister of Muslims. كل المسلم على المسلم حرام. Everything from a Muslim towards another Muslim is forbidden. دمه وماله وعرضه, his blood, his property, and his dignity and honor. So shaming one another about their past sins after they had repented, or even shaming them while they are sinning in a denigrating manner, both of them assist the shaitan against your brothers and sisters. And what's worse is to shame someone of their past sins, knowing it after they had repented, when Allah had risen them and given them a special place. It is as if that person is playing. Remember the hadith I told you, which is in Bukhari, أَيْنَ هَذَا الَّذِي مَنْ هَذَا الَّذِي يَتَأَلَّى عَلَيْهِ. Allah says, where is this person who is taking over my own judgment? In other words, trying to play God. Who told you that I will not forgive this person? Who told you that I will punish this person? Who told you? A Muslim talks in general, what Allah says. Allah says, whoever does this, this will happen. And you can advise a person who is sinning, but to expose them and to talk about them is forbidden, and to shame somebody because of their past sins is even worse. In fact, some scholars said it's a major sin. Of course, a person who is an open sinner that harms other people, you must warn other people from the open sinner. We're not talking about an open sinner who does not care about their sins. We warn other people from sinners because they can lead them astray. When you see, for example, a friend who is hanging out with someone else or taking them to a bad place, you warn them and you say, be careful of that person, and so on.